Kamiju Touma was on his way home after a long day of dealing with magic and science-related incidents. As he walked through the streets of Academy City, he couldn't help but feel a sense of fatigue wash over him. Suddenly, he felt a strange presence nearby and turned around to see a woman standing a few feet away from him. The woman had long, flowing silver hair and piercing green eyes that seemed to look right through him. Kamiju Touma recognized her immediately. It was Othinus, the powerful and unpredictable Norse god that he had faced off against in the past. "Othinus, what are you doing here?" Kamiju Touma asked, a hint of concern in his voice. "I wanted to see you," Othinus replied, her voice soft and gentle. "I know we've had our differences in the past, but I wanted to talk to you about something important." Kamiju Touma hesitated for a moment before nodding. He knew that Othinus was not to be trusted, but he also couldn't ignore the fact that there was something different about her today. As they walked through the city, Othinus began to open up to Kamiju Touma in a way that he had never seen before. She talked about her past, her fears, and her hopes for the future. Kamiju Touma listened intently, finding himself drawn to her despite everything that had happened between them in the past. As the night wore on, Kamiju Touma and Othinus found themselves sitting on a bench in a quiet park, talking and laughing like old friends. Suddenly, Othinus turned to Kamiju Touma and said, "You know, there's something I've been meaning to tell you." Kamiju Touma looked at her curiously, waiting for her to continue. I think I might be in love with you," Othinus said, her voice barely above a whisper. Kamiju Touma was taken aback. He had never considered the possibility of falling in love with Othinus, but as he looked into her eyes, he saw a depth of emotion that he had never seen before. I don't know what to say," Kamiju Touma replied, his voice filled with uncertainty. Othinus took his hand in hers and said, "You don't have to say anything. I just wanted you to know how I feel." As they sat in silence, Kamiju Touma realized that he had never felt more alive than he did in that moment. He had no idea what the future held for him and Othinus, but he knew one thing for sure. He was willing to take the risk and see where their newfound love would take them.